Have you heard of a tea royale? The president asked me this as I'm sipping my favourite Russian tea, and I shake my head. So when drinking tea, take a sugar cube on your spoon like this. Along with other classmates who've been invited to a tea party, I watch as she demonstrates. When you pour a drop of brandy on top of a sugar cube, before lighting it with a match and watching as it burns with a pretty blue flame. Okay, Rika, what are you doing with brandy? Once sugar's melted, you just stir it into a tea and drink it. But she doesn't actually show us the part of a brandy in the flame. That's an interesting way of doing it. Right, it allows you to appreciate the flavour of brandy alongside your tea. It's very mature. Which makes it sound as though she very much approves of drinking alcohol. And I wonder if the excitement of finishing your end-of-term exams has gone to her head too. But if you were drunk, you probably wouldn't even notice the flavour of tea. Do you think it would actually burn the alcohol off? Thank you, Rika. Flame burns off alcohol, so it's not an issue. You can do the same with coffee too. It's called a cafe royale. I think I prefer that. Yeah, Erika definitely seems like a coffee drinker to me. The president, who's firmly in the tea camp, gives a cry of mock frustration. From the looks of things, you've been well in the exams. Yep, I wasn't even nervous when I got the results. How do you do, Yaegaki-san? We finished your end-of-term exams and already back to our graded papers. I unconsciously found myself looking for Takasaki. I got through it. The Bible study paper was the only difficult one, but I managed to pass it. Seems that Takasaki, who'd been in the same boat as me before the tests, just scraped by herself. She managed to pass in the 5 core subjects as well. So how did you do? Been awfully quiet. Did you fail and decide to dedicate yourself to your remedial studies? What's this sudden attack? Indeed, this is a violation of our human rights. Just what of yours did I violate? Violate, that sounds naughty. Ichigo elicits a laugh from her classmate as she wiggles her hips. No one sneering, it's warm laughter without any trace of malice. Very generous crowd. We pass. Yep, because we studied with Suoh-chan. Fact, our grades improved. Why would you think we failed, Yaegaki-chan? Well... I pluck one of the colourful macarons sitting in front of the Sasaki twins and toss it into my mouth. I say a dog that slices its appetite is probably stick, you see. Oh, you're saying with dogs? That face, puppies are cute, I don't really mind, but we studied so hard, we're not feeling too well. Even the exams are over. In fact, I feel like I'm going to vomit English whenever I open my mouth. A few of the other girls nod in my agreement. The youngest Sasaki finally picks up a bright orange macaron and takes a bite. A smile immediately spreads across her face. Sweets make everything better. Ugh. Now the end of term exams are over. We've got the Harvest Festival coming up on the weekend, so we've got to recover before that. Harvest Festival? It's the first I've heard of it, and same must go for some of the others as we look up towards the present. It's one of the Academy's annual traditions, held around this time in July. Some places call it the school festivals, harvest festivals, but here's exactly what the name implies. Well, for me, harvest festivals are more about bringing in tins of old store staples and giving away to churches. I mean, we eat vegetables when we've harvested? Yes, all the seasonal vegetables are grown and harvested here, don't we? So a festival is held in order for us to give thanks to that food. To help us understand its importance, to make us consider the value of life. Huh? Sounds grand, but is it any fun? Even after the president's little sermon, I can't see any significance in it besides eating vegetables together with everyone. I can't help but wonder why the Sasakis are so excited about it. As if sensing my doubts, the young sister spreads her arms wide and addresses me. They have corn on my cup at Harvest Festival, barbecued and boiled. Not in that order, I hope. Barbecued corn on my cup does sound good. My taste buds recall the flavour of barbecued corn I ate at nighttime store my sister once took me to. That wonderfully sweet aroma of corn slathered in soy sauce, slightly charred. A fragrant explosion of taste as I sink my teeth into it. Yeah, I believe I have watermelon. My fantasy is interrupted just about to take my first bite. I see my macron in front of her in retaliation. This one's a colour of green tea. Now you mention it, we were growing watermelons in the allotments too, weren't we? It's finally time to eat them, is it? It's so extravagant to get to eat watermelon we grew ourselves. I'm really looking forward to my corn too, as well as getting better. Gotta make sure I get room for everything. She grabs a macron and stuffs the whole thing into her mouth. And I wonder if she hasn't simply recovered simply through talking about it. There's another laugh from the group. I guess I'll tell Takasaki about it later. Look around the other participants, even though I won't find her amongst them. Shirahane. Splash my bookworm buddy sipping tea by herself is a little removed from her circle. Push my wheelchair over to her. Teacup in hand, she's gazing out of a cool amber surface of water with a sorrowful look in her eyes. Lips seem to be forming words and I strain my ears to make out what she's saying. Coffee, yeah. Back then too. Her voice is barely above a whisper and I can't catch it at all. Hey girlie, you're free. How about grabbing a drink with me? Yaegaki-san. My banter must have flown right above her head. No. Perhaps she didn't even hear me. She's staring at me like she's just awoken from a dream. Looks like everyone's getting hyped up about the Harvest Festival. You should come on and join it. Yeah, you're right. Mine's obviously off somewhere far away. With her, of course. Seeing Shirahane struggle with his pain. Don't know what I can say. The day ticked by and the weekend arrives. Harvest Festival, the twins have been so looking forward to begins. It's just we discussed at a tea party. The food we'll harvest, sure enough, includes corn and watermelon as main features. Apparently also be gathering eggplants, onions and bell peppers. They'll be served as a compliment to tonight's barbecue. Since the theme was giving thanks to all our food and appreciating the value of life, I'm sure it's fine if there's some meat included in the meal. Look over at Sasaki, who are gathering eggplants and peppers. Wish I was over there too. Oh, is there a problem? Sister Basket overhears my muttering. Even under the burning rays of summer sun, her refreshing smile never falters. Oh no, I was just thinking how I can't wait to eat those veggies. I understand. I always look forward to a Harvest Festival too. Out of the corner of my eye, you can see her bashfully pressing her hand to her cheek as I watch the laughing Sasaki sisters harvest eggplants using her pruning shears. Looks a bit easier over there. Well, I got roped into a company Sister Basket and we're harvesting the corn. This is surprisingly hard work. To harvest the corn, you have to hold each ear up to the tassel and snap it off at the stalk. It takes a lot of strength. I end up really straining myself each time I attempt it. While Sister Basket, who's much stronger than she looks, is breaking them off with ease. It's not once you get the hang of it. Oh no, not that one. Did you get one to the side of it? Can't just go through a collection in order. There's a way to tell whether or not they're ripe. The silks on my ear have turned brown and they're ready to harvest. That's how you can tell. I see they're growing tomatoes in the background there. An harder reach for a brown tassel. I can't snap it off without really putting all my strength into it, including my core muscles. Ugh. The huge ear of a core comes off my hand with a satisfying crunch. I suppose this is kind of fun. You're doing a great job. She plays down a record in my hand, which I've been about to peel the husk from. Oh, slacking off, are we? No! I'm going around to check everyone's working. Good day, Sister Basket. Yeah, slacking. Keep an eye on the two of them as I peel the leaves from the corn cob. Oh, have the insects got to it? Some of the kernels are missing. I've been told it's ready to harvest, but here we are. Notice my look, Sister Basket flaps her hand around, her cheeks flushing. It's not so I can help. It hasn't been eaten by insects. It's sort of unsuccessful fertilization. Fertilization? Sasaki probably would have something to say about that, sounding naughty. However, while her cheeks are still red, Sister Basket points to the corn in my hand with a serious expression. Once the male tassel flowers in full bloom, we snap it off and dust the pollen directly into female ears to fertilise them. If this isn't done properly, the corn ends up with uneven, missing kernels, like what Miss Yaegaki has here. I see. Some up at home we get one with uneven kernels because the fertilisation process failed. The peasant nods admiringly, her braids shaking. That's unexpected. What is this? Seems like your family is pretty well to do. I wouldn't have thought you ever touched corn if it didn't have all its kernels in the right place. Yeah, you need all your kernels lined up in a line, saluting you. I know, because my grandmother had her own vegetable garden. She'd often get corn from home in the summer. It always had this image of her as being more of a proper young lady than Shirahane. This all makes her seem slightly more accessible. Well, we don't want to waste it, so we'll just take it from as is. Pop it into a basket. After all, it's not like it's inedible. You don't understand the true meaning of a harvest festival, don't you, Miss Yaegaki? Actually, it's really just of a frugal sort. I'm deeply reluctant to throw away anything which can still be eaten. I know, this one looks like it'd be perfectly ripe. She points to a particularly large ear of corn. However, a beard-like tassel hasn't turned brown yet, it's still very green. You're fine here, so why don't you go check the others? But I want to enjoy the harvest festival for you, Yaegaki-san. The two of us can give us uneasy if you're determined to check on someone, then... Look out at my classmates. She hasn't wanted to be around her recently. I spot Takasaki and Shirahane picking bell peppers nearby. I get the impression they get along like a house on fire, but... What is it? Why don't you go see Shirahane? She falters when she sees Takasaki working beside her. I know you're not good at dealing with her, but if you don't show your face, you may well end up dealing your ex-girlfriend. Ex-girlfriend? Honestly. Pushing crimson to the tips of her ears, she stares at me and Sister Basket, who is regarding us curiously. She fiddles agitatively with her braids, then... I'll just go check on them. She obediently heads over to Shirahane. It's not because she thinks she's in danger of having her Amitié partner stolen. Which is probably what Takasaki's going to say something inconsiderate and hurt Shirahane sad again. I watch the peasant stride over to her girls. Quite honestly, it worries me too. Let's continue harvesting them, shall we? I nod to Sister Basket, but scratch my head, feeling somewhat gloomy about the dark clouds I sensed hanging over Shirahane. The Bible itself mentions the harvest festival. Sister Basket's voice sounds across the allotments once we finished harvesting all the vegetables. Exodus 23:16 says, "You shall keep the feast of the harvest of the first fruits of your labour, and of what you sow in the field." It continues, "You shall keep the feast of ingathering at the end of the year, when you gather it from the field and the fruit of your labour." With strong rays of the midday sun beaming down on her, she continues a sermon on the meaning of the harvest festival in a lilting, resonant voice. I'm impressed by the way she's able to stand in the sunlight, dressing to us without a single drop of perspiration marring her brow. And she usually seems so empty-headed. What? What was that? Tell Sasaki's sister who's taken up positions next to me to forget it and listen to a sermon. We'd all turn our eyes back to Sister Basket. God promised with people wandering the desert that he would lead them to a land flowing with milk and honey. The Lord ordered the Israelites to hold a festival in his name, providing that bounty. In spring, when the barley is harvested, we celebrate the first harvest of the season. Seeing her in religious element and discussing a tangible topic, has been listening with great interest to a sermon I would normally have dismissed as boring. I'm starving. Can't argue that. As wonderful as a learned sermon from a beautiful woman may be, the scent of freshly prepared corn is really taunting us. My stomach keeps threatening to growl. And when the wandering tribe saw that the Lord had provided them with such great bounty in the promised land, they celebrated him with a feast to demonstrate their gratitude to him. I'm feeling plenty grateful to God for giving corn to this world. And watermelon too. Amen. Amen. The Sasakis, who made sure to come on empty stomachs as they'd promised, are watching Sister Basket resentfully as their sermon drags on. Was let her snutter laughter and whisper for them to stop. Still, while her spiel was appreciated, I do hope she wraps up soon. My stomach can't take much more of this. Can't stop my lips from curling up in a smile when Sister Basket finally enters her closing statement. The Harvest Festival blesses not only us, but God himself. She continues with an epilogue, but as someone who doesn't read religious books, I'm confused as to whether or not the concept she's talking about is allegorical or not. Then, having finished Sister Basket surveys the students before her. Now then, let us receive the Lord's blessing at the end of this episode. Bye bye.